Hello and welcome again to another episode of Techie and Cyber Aware. Today we're going to be touching on how to work through the entire Splunk interface. So if you have at this point, I want to assume that you already have the Splunk installed on your device or you already have an account set up for Splunk Cloud, and you already have ingested your data into Splunk ready for analysis. But if you're yet to do that, I've already created some videos that addresses this need. At the end of this, or you can pause at this point to go back to those videos and follow along, then come back to catch up from from where you left off so that we can continue. Without further ado, let's dive in. On my screen, I have already loaded my data ready for analysis. I just want to walk us through the entire interface again. So right here, we have the search bar, we have our events loaded, we have selected fields that may be of interest to us in the course of our analysis. So it depends on what exactly we're looking for. We want to look at fields with very high number of activities, but from here, we can already understand, have an overview of the source type, the host, and we can see that we have events from locations such as US and Russia. We also have, source events from certain IPs that may be of interest to us. If we also scroll to the URL domain, we can see some common URLs that are obviously of interest. We can see the number of count. We can also um, play around the query, the Splunk query. So just like SQL, we have SPL as well. So these are like the query language used to search through your data and get further information. So based on the query we already have here, we want to do a search focused on URL domain, and for the particular URL domain as stated here, access-accsecurity.com. So basically what this search query is doing is searching through the source and then going through our log type, which is proxy specific log types, and we also want to filter our search to be centralized on signed or in, and then this the other URL, and we want to sort that based on user, source IP, and domain. When we click enter, we have this information displayed, which makes more sense to us. And from there we can already see that we have users who has had an interaction with these two domains that are of interest to us. And this obviously is going to help us with understanding you know what is going on within the system, the extent of the threat, and help us with a deeper dive. And then we can just play around the different SPL queries to get more information. Here we have also checked based on the location Russia, and we want to know which users had an interaction coming in from Russia, and we can see that Bob already has this interaction. So that's basically all about it. Walk around the SPL query. With more practice you get along with it. Thank you.